Underground Reggie.
DJ Rico Banks.
Welcome to another episode of Underground Reggie, powered by Z101.69 Man Media. You already know I'm your host, Rico Banks, and we're going to get into some entertainment news today. So right now, the first thing that we want to talk about is a pair of TV series that's getting ready to come to HBO Max. So both of them are animated series, and they feature two of your favorite superheroes, one being Superman and one being Batman. Alright, so the first one is the Superman series. So the series is a 2-season order, and it's coming to you from HBO Max and Cartoon Network. So Jack Quaid of The Boys and Alex Lee from Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist will voice both Clark Kent and Lois Lane in the series. So Warner Brothers Animation is actually putting together this Superman series, and it's called My Adventures with Superman. So the series is set to follow Clark Kent as he builds his secret Superman identity and embraces his role as the hero of Metropolis, and maybe the world one day. But it also follows Lois, who's getting ready to be a star investigative journalist. The series also features aspiring photographer Jimmy Olsen, who Lois takes under her wing, while also, it follows the storyline of course, Clark and Lois falling in love, sharing their adventures together, and, both maintaining and keeping the Superman secret. So that should be an interesting one to look at. Then the other series is a new Batman series that's getting ready to come to HBO Max, and it's coming from J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves. So the animated series that's in development is called Batman the Caped Crusader. But the Hollywood Reporter said you can find it on streaming, with a home being on HBO Max, and it will also be joining the Superman series. So this would be the second of the two DC animation series that's both coming to HBO Max. But you can stay on locked in and tuned to actually see that and see both of those shows coming out later this year. So both of those should be good. In other entertainment news, they recently released a trailer for the upcoming Aretha Franklin biopic starring Jennifer Hudson. So the film was actually given its blessing before Franklin passed up in 2018. So in the film, it stars Hudson, Forrest Whitaker as Aretha's father, and it also has other starring actors and actresses such as Marlon Wayans and Ted White. So the trailer was recently released, and it also features Mary J. Blige starring as singer Dana Washington. So that's going to be a good one. So the film, which is of course titled Respect, is set to hit theaters later this year, this August on the 13th. So that's going to be one that music lovers and biography lovers and biopic lovers are all like to they'll like to see and they'll like to watch.
Underground Reggie.
This episode of Underground Reggie is brought to you by the IamMen.com. Music, sports, and entertainment news from IamMen Media. Follow the IamMen on Instagram at IamMen.media. Alright, we're back here on Underground Reggie. You already know I'm your host, Rico Banks, and we can get into some music news now. Angels and Airwaves recently released their latest single titled Euphoria. Alright, so the track actually comes with a music video directed by singer Tom DeLonge. And this record is one that people like it so far. They say that the sound is more of a spacey synth with some populistic drum and thrashing guitar riffs. So it's actually one of the rock songs that if you actually want to get into it, you might actually like the vibe of it. It just kind of depends on how you feel about it. So with this, Euphoria is Angel and Airways' first new release since last year's All That's Left in Love. So, in addition to appearing on Lollapalooza this summer, the group will also play a pair of shows later this year. So they'll perform in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom in October, and then they'll also be at the Palladium in Hollywood up in November too. So right now, if you want to get tickets to those shows, you can be on the lookout for those to go on sale to the public starting on the 21st of May, which will be at the end of this week. So there's 3 shows coming out from Angels and Airwaves. So stay looking out for new music from them and plus more. Alright, so in other news, A$AP Rocky recently came out and confirmed his relationship with Rihanna. So A$AP is set to headline both Rolling Loud and Governor's Ball. So A$AP has been kind of quiet, especially like over the last few years. But A$AP recently spoke to a few outlets, and he's been describing Rihanna as the love of his life, and she may be the one. He even goes on to talk about like being a father and a little bit more of that. So that's actually good news to see how they like bring it together. You know, we're gonna wish all positive things. But ASAP, he also says that he has some new music on the way, and with a project or a single, we're not really sure what it's called, but it's something that's called All Smiles that he's talking about. So if you're ready for some new ASAP Rocky music, definitely pay attention to that and stay locked in with that. In other news, Adam Levine is set to return to The Voice. So Adam, he actually hasn't been on the show for the last 4 seasons, but starting this upcoming Tuesday, Adam, he's gonna be back on the show, and he's gonna be returning for another episode of the competition. So the episode that he's returning in is actually supposed to be a 2-hour episode. So the Maroon 5 singer, the front man, you know, he hasn't been there, but he's set to perform Beautiful Mistakes with Meg Thee Stallion. So that'll be something that fans would like to see. So other people that's set to be on the show: Gwen Stefani, Sweetie, and other singers and other rappers. So that episode of The Voice is 2 hours long, would definitely be something that's gonna bring the viewers in. Alright, we're about to close everything out here on Underground Reggie. You already know who this is, man. It's your host, Rico Banks. We appreciate everybody listening. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Rico Fantasy. Make sure you follow Z101 Dallas at Z101 Dallas. That's Z101.6 on Twitter. Make sure you follow I'm In Media at official I'm In. Man, stay up to date. Stay listening to the shows, man. I hope you enjoy, you know. So appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna holler at y'all next time, and like that, we out. Thanks for listening to another episode of Underground Reggie.
Underground Reggie.
I'm your host, Rico Banks.
DJ Rico Banks.
Make sure you follow the I'm In on Instagram at IamIn.media. We'll be back for another episode soon. Stay tuned.